but I have to show you one of the most happy faces you'll probably ever see, because he's always got a smile. But he's grown up now. He's a young man. He's a great young man. But I am Todd's mom, parent, advocate, concerned citizen, and a friend to all the people with developmental disabilities. Todd, who keeps me advocating and keeps me going. Commissioners, we want each of you to know that we as parents and advocates do appreciate the efforts that each of you bring in support of our children and adults with disabilities. As parents, we work very hard through our lives to do our best in making their lives fulfilled as possible. We realize what the responsibility you have in making all of the issues and considerations concerning human services to provide the most meaningful supports to our families through the funding that our local human service levy provides. I have seen at least 7 of these. We know there is no one exact answer for any proposed cuts in funding and services to any programs for the disabled. We just ask that you do your best. In making those considerations and changes for our children and families in Montgomery County, we ask that you remember the number of strides, sacrifices that we have made as families, have made over the years to gain more services, as we remember some of the best services our county boards, the levy, the state dollars have been able to provide over the last 15 years. Through waivers, levy funding, match dollars, and meaningful supports. It has taken many years to get here. I don't know how many years I may have left in raising my son Todd, who is still in my home after 43 years. I know the time in the very near future will come for him to make a new transition in life into a new home. I am now one of the older generation, and I've been around for a while, that will have to do more as he ages with less if waiver dollars are cut and money is siphoned off due to more cuts in devaluing of property assessments or elimination of tangible tax to businesses. The home we have provided for him may not be there if I were to get seriously ill again and even die. But the home that we have hoped for to have available to him, not yet acquired, through levy service dollars, residential levy service dollars, may not be there also. That is scary to me after 43 years and 40 years of advocacy and family support. The services Todd needs may not match available services. The wait needs to be over. Changes in funding to maintain services, housing, employment must remain at a level of priority for him and others like him, not at a level of care where we can no longer provide for him and we have to die to fund those services. As his advocate, his parent, the worry never goes away. But in a world of much uncertainty and services being cut for the elderly parent, the child, the family supports of health care in question every day, we as parents just cannot afford to settle. We as families can and will make necessary adjustments where needed, but we will not be able to sustain additional cuts into 2015. We must make a stronger and better budgeting plan into 2015, and we can never, as families, give up. We again say, make what's ever needed adjustments, revitalize cost savings where needed. But just a reminder from us, as you do, and we again ask that you do your best. We will be watching for the outcomes, but we will mostly be monitoring the cause and effects in all areas that service and support of our children and adults with disabilities from 0 to 85. We have faith that you can and will make the right decisions where needed. We again ask that you do your best. In our current environment of proposed cuts and budget adjustments, more responsibilities are being placed on our county boards to do more with less. This is not new, but direct care services staff, families have begun to feel the brunt of it. Will these cuts be long-term and become non-existent, leaving the families and caregivers as the primary provider in the care of the home? These are questions that come from me, from older families to me. We just continue to live in that uncertainty. We need to heed the message. We cannot and should not turn back the hands of time. We need to set our time on fast forward and not let the current proposals and considerations keep us from providing necessary residential services, a quality of life and care, and services to younger families. We should remain responsible to those that could be without necessary services, and that in the near future we would again have to have numbers of children and adults again being placed on waiting lists. But another reminder, there remains one priority here for all of us, that we all must continue to work together, our state, our county, our families, our county board, our advocacy. We still ask you all to do your best. Commissioners, we thank you very much for this opportunity on behalf of our children.